These are 105 interesting facts about Brooklyn Guy that may just change your opinion on him. Only true SML fans know the last 20. How many did you know? Like and subscribe and comment how many you got. Brooklyn's full name is Brooklyn the Guy, with the being his actual middle name. He was born on August 21st, 1977, making him 45 years old as of 2022.
Jesus, could you get that camera out of my face? Thank you.
Brooklyn is the older brother of the annoying and weird Jonathan Guy.
You got a 9!
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
He's married to Karen and has a daughter named Penelope from a previous marriage.
Dad, you forgot to pick me up from school!
Brooklyn Guy seems to have almost every job imaginable in the SML universe, from doctor to firefighter to astronaut. His original puppet was replaced due to him going bald. Yes, he got replaced for being bald. Brooklyn Guy's dream as a kid was to become an astronaut, but his 6th grade science teacher discouraged him. In 8th grade, he jammed his pinky finger while playing basketball in gym class. As a teen, he got addicted to kicking people in the balls, earning the nickname Ball Buster Brooklyn. This ball kicking habit got so out of control that a group including Bill Clinton decided to amputate his legs. Brooklyn Guy married his ex-wife Deborah because his mom thought she was pregnant due to being overweight. He served in the military and was a Purple Heart recipient before being discharged due to an allergy to fresh cut grass.
I'm allergic to his fresh cut grass.
Fresh cut grass?
Yeah.
Brooklyn Guy became a full-time police officer in 2015 after Mr. Goodman retired. His police partner, Officer Simmons, has a habit of getting injured or killed.
I need you! You're my partner!
Forcing Brooklyn Guy to often team up with a dog named Officer Cuddlesworth. In the year 2024, Brooklyn Guy got a makeover to restore his hair and legs, although the legs ended up getting cut off by an angry Russian. Some of Brooklyn Guy's most iconic lines are, "Did someone call a doctor?" and "You're coming with me."
Hey there, did somebody call the doctor? Ba-da-da-da-da.
He has 1 doctorate, 7 master's degrees, 9 bachelor degrees, and 3 associate degrees. Despite claiming community college was his only education after high school, Brooklyn despises his wife Karen, seeing her as loud, ditzy, and incompetent. He often insults her. However, there are moments that show he does care about Karen deep down, like getting protective when his brother Jonathan flirts with her.
Plenty of time to flirt with Karen.
Brooklyn loves his daughter Penelope, but struggles to be there for her due to working so many jobs to pay child support. His relationship with his mother, Barbara, is extremely hostile. He once didn't see her for 10 years straight. She constantly attacks him. With his brother Jonathan, Brooklyn finds him pervy and invasive, occasionally beating him up out of annoyance. He has a strictly business relationship with his police boss, Chief. Brooklyn Guy used to be enemies with Bowser Jr., getting into fights and stealing from him, but they settled into more of a friendship over time. He shows blatant disrespect to Marvin's girlfriend, Rose, constantly belittling and ignoring her. Brooklyn Guy bonded with his dog partner, Officer Cuddlesworth, after initial hostility. He is one of the most frequently appearing characters, stating the series would crumble without him. In 2023, Brooklyn Guy became the first character to appear in over 100 videos in a single year. His immense number of jobs seems to be a parody of characters who fill many roles in series. Early on, it was implied his character represented multiple people, but it was later established he is a single person with countless jobs. It is revealed that he has ADHD, perhaps explaining his job hopping and distractibility. Despite being a doctor in many episodes, Brooklyn admits he never went to medical school, simply buying his outfit from a costume shop. Brooklyn often focuses on trivial matters while ignoring more serious issues at hand. He likes to bully and insult people, but there are moments showing his more heroic and kind-hearted sides. The greed and bribing part of his personality has gotten worse over time compared to earlier, more serious appearances. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Brooklyn Guy could only appear over FaceTime for a period while his actor was in quarantine. Some of his many jobs include plumber, lawyer, veterinarian, therapist, and TV Jedi. Brooklyn frequently gets annoyed by other characters' shenanigans when they call him for help. He studied for over a decade at various colleges, earning multiple degrees before dropping out to become a firefighter. Brooklyn is heavily implied to be abusive towards his wife Karen, such as in Bowser Jr.'s Wings. Despite this, Karen does make attempts to be supportive of Brooklyn Guy while he remains uncaring in return. He has expressed happiness at Karen's death in some episodes and even attempted to kill her himself. Brooklyn does show some protective instincts over Karen when his brother Jonathan flirts with her. His daughter Penelope resents him for never being there for her and her brother, who live with their mother. Brooklyn tries to remind Penelope that he works to provide for them, but remains neglectful. In Brooklyn Guy the Liar, he admits that he sometimes regrets having Penelope as she reminds him of his ex-wife. However, he is shown to truly love her, being heartbroken when he thinks she died and seeking revenge. Brooklyn's disdain for his mother Barbara is so strong that he refused to attend her funeral, yelling "Suck it, Babs" when she turned out to be alive. Barbara and Brooklyn's brother Jonathan do a daily "I hate Brookie" chant together.
The Brooklyn guy, she hated him.
Despite being a womanizer, Brooklyn shows no real loyalty to any woman and dislikes being tied down. Brooklyn Guy shares a close friendship with his work partner Simmons, despite his frustrations with Simmons' incompetence. He is very competitive, especially over sports like basketball, and is a sore loser. Brooklyn Guy often mentions having an ex-wife named Sharon who took half his stuff in the divorce. He has a crippling fear of the number 315-369-520, the number of seconds he spent married to his ex-wife. Brooklyn Guy is highly gullible and falls for scams easily, especially those pulled by Goodman. The only time he speaks in a thick Brooklyn accent is when he's doing his Goodfellas impression. Otherwise, it faded since he moved to Florida. He hates his birthday because it's the same day as Jeffy's, August 21st. Brooklyn used to have a bad temper as a mall cop, frequently yelling at children. He was a member of the high school football team, the Huskies, but broke his shin and cried on the first play.
This is Perkins. My dog ate my homework. Can I turn it in tomorrow?
Brooklyn Guy had braces as a teenager and got bullied for having them. He keeps a detailed list of everyone who has wronged him and plots elaborate revenges. In The Hitman, he hired a hitman to kill people like his 8th grade bully and the guy who cut him in line at Chipotle. Despite his eating habits, Brooklyn is self-conscious about his weight. He frequently mentions his gains and pays for a gym membership he never uses. Brooklyn Guy believes the puppet Pinocchio is a real boy and tried to sue him in court. He has a strained relationship with every single person in his life. Brooklyn Guy is highly superstitious and believes in curses, ghosts, and bad luck. He once thought a Hungry Hungry Hippos game was possessed by a demon. Brooklyn Guy has had many romantic interests over the years, including Sparkle, Gina Galore, and the Tooth Fairy. His favorite TV show is Survivor, and he dreams of competing in it one day. Brooklyn Guy hates scary movies because they give him nightmares and cause him to wet the bed. He has a crippling fear of snakes after a traumatic childhood incident at the zoo. Brooklyn Guy's favorite food is nachos, and he puts them on everything, even ice cream sundaes.
Okay, I got some nice cold ice cream. Fuck!
He's a surprisingly good singing voice and knows the lyrics to every Katy Perry song.
Chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. And chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too. Hi.
Brooklyn Guy is colorblind. He once spent an entire year's salary on Beanie Babies, believing that they would make him rich in the future. Brooklyn Guy has a pet rock named Sylvester that he talks to when he's lonely. He firmly believes the moon is made of cheese and is saving up to go there and eat it. Brooklyn Guy had to repeat 3rd grade because he couldn't stop eating crayons.
Mac and cheese. Ooh, and it's still fresh too. I want to take this as payment.
He is banned from the Museum of Natural History for trying to climb inside a dinosaur exhibit. Brooklyn Guy's go-to dance move is the sprinkler, which he thinks makes him look cool. He has a phobia of butterflies and runs away screaming whenever he sees one. Brooklyn Guy unironically loves the Twilight novels and movies, seeing himself as a hybrid of Jacob and Edward. He once called 911 because YouTube went down while he was watching cat videos. Brooklyn Guy got stuck in a McDonald's playground tube and the fire department had to cut him out. He has a tattoo of the Gerber baby on his left butt cheek from a drunken dare in Cancun. Brooklyn Guy went an entire month only communicating in Family Guy quotes to prove he could. He is an expert bop it player and placed 4th in a world championship competition. Brooklyn Guy has had 7 restraining orders filed against him by 7 different mall Santas. He got catfished online by a 65-year-old Canadian man pretending to be Taylor Swift. Brooklyn Guy once ate 27 hot dogs in 10 minutes to impress a girl who wasn't even there. He was an extra in Paul Blart Mall Cop, but all of his scenes got cut. Brooklyn Guy's Christmas wish every year since 1997 has been for the McRib to be available year-round. He tried to file his taxes once on a restaurant kids menu placemat and got audited by the IRS. Brooklyn Guy has a secret handshake with himself that he does every morning in the mirror. He is convinced Mr. Potato Head is the greatest American novel ever written. Brooklyn Guy spent a month trying to teach his dog to bark in Spanish. He was once abducted by aliens, but they returned him to Earth because he annoyed them too much. Brooklyn Guy auditioned for American Idol 3 times and got rejected before the first round each time. He sincerely wants to play the bongos on the subway for money when he retires. Brooklyn Guy accidentally ate his ex-girlfriend's goldfish and replaced it with a baby carrot before she noticed. Brooklyn Guy has gotten his arm stuck in a vending machine 16 separate times. He collects his own belly button lint to make puppets that he talks to. Brooklyn Guy once called 911 because he got his hand stuck in a jar of pickles. As a child, he wanted to marry the Red Power Ranger and cried when he found out she wasn't real. He spent $200 on a make-your-own soap kit because he thought it would be faster than buying it at a store. Brooklyn Guy had his identity stolen by a 12-year-old he was catfishing on Club Penguin. He made up a charity called Socks Without Borders to get donations for his sock puppet collection. Brooklyn Guy got fired at his job at the movie theater for eating all the popcorn. He thinks the movie Shrek is based on his wife's life story, and anyone who says otherwise is a liar. Brooklyn Guy wears 2 watches because he believes time moves faster on his right wrist. He broke both his arms trying to catch a frisbee he threw to himself. Brooklyn Guy once used Monopoly money to pay his rent and got evicted. He once dyed his hair blonde to look like Eminem, but it turned orange instead. Brooklyn Guy is convinced a Furby he bought in 1999 contains the soul of Thomas Jefferson. It is unknown how many years of school Brooklyn Guy has attended, but I uncover that in a theory on screen right now.